another My Hero episode. And once again, I want to point out something. This feels like another bloated mess. Though it's not as bloated as the last episode, where it felt like so many different plot lines were happening at the same time. This one has the courtesy of dividing its plot points. You have the stuff with Dabi and Toga with their shenanigans in the beginning side. And then we have the whole Shigaraki stuff in the second half of the episode. So just as the episode presents it, we'll go one by one. And I'll give my full thoughts on it and my opinions on the matter. For the situation with Dabi, Toga being where All For One is, yeah, insanity ensues. Because we have Toga using the quirk of twice and literally duplicating using Sadman's Parade and showing more or less why Sadman's Parade is essentially one of the most busted and most annoying things to deal with, because she's just constantly making so many versions of twice. It's kind of annoyingly hard to deal with. And yeah, this was something Hawks had taken care of in the first war, with this one kind of showing what would have happened if the first war had continued with twice in the helm. Now, something to make a note of, I will get to the Dabi stuff because that's more of a rant. I do like that Ochako and Aisui, like, they both meet up with Tokoyami and Jiro. Like, I don't recall this in the manga. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just don't remember. But for sure I can say that having them kind of just discuss, worry for Jiro, because literally she nearly got her head blown off from All For One. Like, this is a nice little moment in the most chaotic area. But yeah, we definitely have Hawks has to now be one of the main ones to hold off All For One, because yeah, the plan of separating everyone went to complete other crap the second that Spinner succeeded with his part. And yeah, so we definitely have the problem with, you have the Twice clones coming in, causing all sorts of havoc because they're overwhelming everyone. Even Endeavor's not invulnerable to this. Even if you punch them once and that knocks them out of the form, they'll just create more. So yeah, that's a problem. Dabi is just burning everything, which I'll get to him in a second. But yeah, so Hawks essentially tasks Endeavor to beat Dabi, since they can possibly beat twice. They just have to get to Toga and knock her out to knock everyone else out of their forms. Problem comes back to the fact that Dabi's there. Now, yes, I get it. Dabi versus Endeavor. Something that has to happen because this is Endeavor's whole failure son. He failed him and he is responsible for this. However, as I note, you have the BS thing that Dabi is using the ability that Shoto is using. And as I will always say, Shoto learned that because he genuinely trained for it. Dabi for sure did not know about that ability until he didn't even had a good understanding of it at first. If you see the fight, he didn't see it how it was done the first time when Shoto do it. The second time maybe, but even then, it shouldn't be perfected the way it is right now. And even then, he should have been knocked the hell out. And the fact that he just magically had his vengeance keep his fire going, that's not how knockout works. So, whatever. Yeah, fine. Dabi versus Endeavor is an interesting matchup because you obviously have to have the father facing his sins. That is a fine story arc. However, it completely negates everything that the Shoto episode was, which was one of the best episodes. It's just negated. It's similar to what's going on with the whole Bakugo stuff, which, no, I'm not getting into that in this video because it'll just make it even longer. But I'm just having it as an example. That is something I despise and will always despise, because we already have, like, the heroes at this point shouldn't even win. At this point, you have to see that the plot armor is going to start kicking in even high gear. But yeah, essentially the chaos is there. Like, Endeavor versus Dabi. You have Hawks versus All For One by himself, so which shouldn't be possible because All For One is busted. And he's young, so he should theoretically be able to take everyone out at this point. And then you have literally Toga versus everyone, with her main matchup being against Ochako and Aisui. But yeah, essentially chaos in this area. And like I said, I blame the manga for this. A lot of it is the manga's fault for how completely all over the place this part was. But the anime has done fine. Animation's still good. Moving on. The Shigaraki stuff. Now, for this one, I have to point out that we're not going to talk about Shigaraki a lot, aside from the fact that he is about to free himself from All For One's grasp. Since the whole point of the All For One quirk was, yeah, to move it to Shigaraki, have him be the new host, but also to take over and essentially erase what is Tomura Shigaraki and completely override him with just All For One. That is its own issue. I don't like it for different reasons, but I can understand it and can kind of, at the very least, unlike with Dabi, I can kind of get behind this one. But moving on, we obviously have our hacker crazy nut job here trying to essentially gloat that he's got it. He's about to destroy the My Hero Academia base because it's plummeting down. And then we have La Brava come in and essentially screw him up. Now, I've always thought of La Brava and Gentle like not necessarily villains, just misunderstood people that just want to do something and feel important. In a sense. I mean, La Brava has always admired Gentle, and Gentle, because of La Brava, was able to do so much. So, yeah, their connection is pretty strong, and their assistance is all because of Deku. Deku genuinely understood them, Gentle for sure, and essentially kind of assisted him in not turning into a complete villain, per se. And even then, Gentle wasn't even evil. He was just doing his own shenanigans. I guess if there was a word to put it, it's just causing trouble. Not in the way of killing people, just more causing complete utter nonsense. But getting back into the main episode, we definitely have La Brava, obviously, first showing that she had caused trouble for the Liberation Army before. And yeah, she's caused trouble again, and it's just funny. And then second off, Gentle coming in. We have probably one of the best parts of this episode is showing just how much Deku had reached Gentle. And Gentle, like, he could have escaped with all the escapees. He could have just allowed them self-preservation. But no, he wanted to own up to his mistakes and not let anyone escape. So he alone, like, yeah, he was afraid, don't get me wrong. Like, the dude may be brave, but that doesn't mean you aren't scared. It just means you're willing to step up when you have to. And he did. He stepped up and defeated all of the prisoners, preventing any from escaping, and also, well, allowing himself to be turned in at the same time. And this kind of shows that he is still a hero within his heart. And having him be back to assist Deku and essentially stop the My Hero Academia from falling and essentially causing a destruction over Japan. Because, I mean, it's falling down like a meteor. And the dude used his powers intensely. And because of La Brava's ability and how their love is just, like, super strong, yeah, he's, like, a lot stronger. I think if this version of Gentle fought Deku all the way back season 4, I guarantee you that he would have dominated over Deku. It's just a no contest at that point. But there's also another thing. Let's keep this in mind. Aizawa and his group are essentially like knocked out. So that means that Shigaraki is no longer nerfed. And he's about to completely cause chaos until his hand was shot off. Because we have one of the most crazy assassins we've encountered come back to assist Deku, Lady Nagant. And this is coming back to a theme that all of your good deeds do come around. And Deku was able to reach Gentle, which Gentle was able to reach La Brava, and Deku was also able to reach Lady Nagant, which has come back to have them be part of the final war and assist Deku in some way or form. And this is like super important because, as I said, the first section is not something I enjoy, mainly because Dabi is stupid that he even got back up and got an upgrade for no freaking reason. But we've gotten these characters get their power-ups. And Deku's for sure has, like, at his peak because, yeah, the second user's ability is super ridiculously stronger than anything else. And I mean, did you remember what kind of stuff Deku was doing in the previous episodes? Like, he was just a beast of his own. But once again, what do I rate this episode? You see, if we're just talking about the first half, that's a 3. The second half is an 8. So let's go into the middle and say this is a 6. I am not talking animation because it's just be the same thing that I love it. It's just perfect. Story-wise is what I'm focused on, and it has good, it has bad, and it has things I do not know what to say yet. I am waiting for it to fully play out to give you my full perspective on it. But overall, a 6. It's not bad. It's not like super good, but it's not bad.